Hey guys, so in preparation for Wednesday's lesson, we're going to talk a bit about modeling functions using input-output machines, and then about the different ways of writing functions. We've talked about functions before, so this should be review, and this is directly related to your homework, which is due this Thursday, which is October 23rd. So you can think of a function, again, like I said, it's of inputs and outputs. If you've ever taken a taxi cab before, it's like your fare. The distance you travel is like the input, and then the dollar amount that you owe is like the output. So again, the distance you go goes in, the number of dollars you owe comes out. So it's very much like a function. Functions, as we know, have only one output value for any input value. So each input only has one output that goes with it. So a question that you could be asked is for a function like f of x equals 2x plus 8, what's the output if the input is 6? And essentially what you would do is you'd say, well, if x equals 6, if the input is 6, that's like saying f of 6 equals 2 times 6, just substituting 6 in for the x, plus 8. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 8 is 20, right? So the output would be 20 if the input were 6. You can also go the opposite way if we were to say, what is the input if the output is 20? Well, the output is f of x, so you'd say 20 equals 2x plus 8. From there, if you're solving for one variable, you subtract 8 from both sides. That would give you 12 equals 2x, and then x equals 6. There are 4 different ways of writing functions that I want you to be familiar with. The first one, like we've seen in the past 2 examples, is function notation. That's when we have f of x, or with the water lilies from the previous unit, it was w of t, or the purple flowers is p of t. Again, it's some output, like f of x. It's saying f is a function of x. You can use equation notation, which generally represents a way to graph things. We see this with lines, like y equals 2x plus 5, mx plus b. Mapping notation is another way. That's where you take your input, so in a lot of cases it's x or t, then you write a little arrow, like we have, sorry about that. So you take your input here and then an arrow, which just says x, the input is going in to this function. Notice the function is just the exact same. So the input and then the arrow means that x is going in to this function. It'll give you some output when you simplify. You can also write functions in words, which is sort of knowing about how to write things like multiplication, division. So in this case, it's 2x plus 5. You could write that like double the number x and then add 5 to it. So I would say pause this video, complete this little quick check to see how you're doing in terms of functions. Be ready to show me this quick check when you come into class on Wednesday, and then I'll be able to better assist you with completing your homework at that time. Thanks.